What's going on, you guys? Welcome back for another Witcher 3 video. So in this video, I want to go over some tips and tricks on facing the Djinn. These are sure to hopefully ease your frustration because this fight will probably piss you off unless you're a hardcore Dark Souls god like me. But all jokes aside, this fight can be brutal, especially on Deathmarch with enemy upscaling. But if you're struggling on any difficulty, these tips work all the same. So if you're new here and would like to support the channel, consider subscribing, you guys. If you like the video, a thumbs up will be appreciated. Now let's just go over these tips. Alright, so tip number one is Quen. You're going to always want to use Quen, especially in higher difficulties, because the Djinn has a godly amount of health, and the Djinn will be one-hit quitting you like no tomorrow in higher difficulties. Which brings me to tip number two, potions and oils. If you have some decent potions, you're going to want to use them, or definitely oil up that blade with an Elementa oil. So the Djinn is obviously an Elementa, so Elementa oil is what you will want to have, and if you can help it before you get this far in game, try to upgrade the Elementa oil. For instance, I'm using an enhanced Elementa oil and it's giving me 40 charges, meaning 40 hits before I have to re-oil my blade. Now for potions, anything that can help with higher vitality, damage resistance, or anything you might have in your inventory that will help give you an edge. But not to worry, if you don't really have any potions worth using, it's not really a deal breaker, but definitely you're going to want Elementa oil. That will help you out a lot. Now for tip three is dodge.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Now I can't stress this one enough. I know we all dodge a lot already in game, but here you will literally need to non-stop spam the dodge button as you sees me here. Like, I'm not kidding, like non-stop hit this dodge button. It's very easy for the Djinn to catch you off guard and one hit you. Now you can dive out of the way at times, but remember that takes stamina, and you will want it to be recharged as fast as possible because you're going to be using Quen a lot if you're on higher difficulties. Like I always say, take your time, make patient moves. If you get too hardcore, you just might end up throwing your shit through the window.
What the fuck?
But on to tip number four, you guys. Use the terrain of the ship. You're going to be fighting on a ship, so use that terrain to help you from flying wood planks or lightning bolts from hitting you. You can either hiding behind the center mast pole at times, or you can run down the steps here below to catch a breath if needed. Bringing me to the final tip, tip number five, which is you can actually save during the fight. To do this, all you will need to do is go down these stairs beneath the deck and wait for a minute. Walk around until Geralt puts his sword away or is just out of combat. Then just quick save, F5 for all my PC fans out there, and you're good to go. And as you see here, then if you die, you won't have to restart from scratch. Say you have health down to halfway and you save when you die and you come back, and it's still going to be at halfway from when you last saved, which will help out tremendously because like I said, at higher difficulties, the Djinn has a lot of health and can take forever to beat down, especially enemy upscaling. If you're having real trouble on Deathmarch with enemy upscaling, then turn enemy upscaling off. Some say it's broken and almost impossible to beat the Djinn with it on because the Djinn just has so much health and takes a lot to damage the Djinn. Well, guess what? I did it, and it can be hard and that's sometimes very difficult. The Djinn sometimes glitches through the damn floor. But I mean, these are the 5 tips and tricks I have for you guys. I don't want to show you what happens after you beat the Djinn, only because there are still newcomers to the game. I don't want to spoil any cutscenes or anything else. I just wanted to get some helpful tips out on the fight against the Djinn, and I hope these help you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments and help each other out. If you don't see me immediately respond and you happen to catch it. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at HamboneGaming, and that's all I got. So I will catch you all in the next one, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Later.